What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So the Transcendent Dokkan campaign celebration is live here on both versions of the game. So there is a ton of content to cover. I've got lots and lots of videos to make this week. Very exciting stuff. The very first thing that I wanted to cover, though, in my opinion, is some bad news. So we're going to talk about the PORUNGA Dragon Ball campaign here. Now, they really tried to butter us up during that live stream that happened a few days ago. If you saw my video breaking that down, then you saw that they advertised this PORUNGA Dragon Ball campaign was going to be buffed. Because normally we get 9 wishes, so you can do, collect all the balls 3 times, do 3 wishes each, and they revealed they were actually going to be allowing us to have 15 wishes this time. So we're going to be able to collect all of the Dragon Balls 5 separate times to be able to get wishes. So that did leave me a little bit hesitant about what the selection of wishes was going to be and things like that, and I did mention that in that video, and it turns out that my suspicions are confirmed. So let's go ahead and take a look at the list of rewards here. This is what you get. These are your options for missions. Now, for any of you longtime players who may have participated in these Dragon Ball campaigns before, you might notice this is looking a little light. No? I mean, don't get me wrong. There are some valuable items here. Okay? Redstones are a pretty nice concept, especially nowadays, where they're not just giving you some old, janky, unusable characters. There are basically every single Dokkan Fest that has gotten a super easy A is available with the Redstone, as well as quite a few units that should be slated to get them, within the next year or whatever. So Redstones are actually very valuable. There are some good characters that you can pull with these Redstones. Same with the Celebration Summon tickets that we're getting now that you'll be able to, get with your Memorial Stones. These banners do have, while they're large selections of units, you're not going to really be able to handpick whatever. There is still potential for you to pull some really good stuff. So definitely Summon tickets is good. Obviously, Dragon Stones and Kais are a good resource. The Guaranteed Link Level event keys here. Funny that they're only giving us 3, so obviously, but that is still a very premium resource, and the only other way to get them in-game is to literally buy them. Same way with the Link Skill Orbs here. They do like to give some out through missions, though 6 larges is pretty decent as well. They don't like to give out these larges much for free, so very premium stuff, and then just some of the Whis treasure chest tickets as well. So yeah, this is what we're looking at. There are good items here. My problem is a couple of things. We're going to go through these one by one again. So, for the Redstones, here's the issue. The Redstones, normally with these major celebrations, the way that the Redstones work is as soon as the celebration starts, they're in your gift box. For the, I believe it was special for the 10th anniversary, they gave out more. I want to say it was something like 5 or 6, and so they, during part 1, some released in the gift box, during part 2, some released in the gift box, things like that. But typically the way it works is at the start of the celebration, you get as many as they're going to give you. And over the last, at least 1 year, maybe 2 years now, they have been giving out more than 1 redstone per celebration. And now, it's not every celebration, it's only major celebrations, but I would consider this a major celebration, for sure. Replacing what used to be the Tanabata celebration, this is absolutely supposed to be a big-ticket celebration. Which is indicative by the fact that we have the PORUNGA Dragon Ball campaign here at all, to begin with, right? So, let's go ahead and jump over to this news post, which is for the current celebration talking about the Redstone. Okay, great. So, select characters with 1, 2, or 3 of the Redstones. That's how they've been doing it. There will be a selection of characters. You can get any of these old Dokkan Fest with 1 character, or with 1 redstone, and then it looks like all these newer, 2024 banner units are going to be available with 2 redstones, which I'll make a separate video going over which characters you should and shouldn't get. This will be a whole different thing. Probably wouldn't want to pick up any of these banner units. And then 3 for some newer Dokkan Fests. So, that is how that's working. And then, I believe there should have been a part in here that tells you how to get them. Yes. So you can get this Dragon Stone by doing the PORUNGA Dragon Ball campaign. That's it. That's it. So literally, this is the only way to get your redstones for the celebration. So whoop-de-freaking-do, they added more wishes to this, and now they've made it so that things that you're normally getting for free, you're required to spend wishes on in order to get instead. That's not a fair trade. That's dumb. I would say the exact same thing about Dragonstones. There is a finite number of Dragonstones per celebration, per year. Dokkan very diligently has made sure that over time, as the game has expanded and gotten older and older, and there's more and more units to get, and they're releasing content quicker and quicker, and, you know, releasing more units within each celebration, more banners to summon on, they have upped the number of free-to-play stones available to all players. But it's still controlled. Some people get really upset, like when Super Easy A's first released, and we realized we're only going to be earning like 2 or 3 stones by clearing that event, and it wasn't going to be like a big pack of 30 stones like we get for normal Easy A's. People were upset about that, because they're like, well, where are my stones? It doesn't matter, because they're just going to give them to you in a different way. Now, the reason this is a problem is because there's going to be 5 opportunities to purchase this. So that means this is a total of 15 stones right here. If you don't spend a wish on these 15 stones, that's just 15 of the free-to-play stones that they have calculated for the year that you don't get, instead of them being able to give them to you through a mission or some other way that you could just farm them for free, right? Now you have to spend one of your wishes on this in order to be not deficient what Dokkan is giving to all free-to-play players, right? So already you are forced to spend, like, let's say it's all 5 sets of this. That's 10 of your missions that are just forcibly being spent on things that are normally given to you for free. So I just don't understand that. So really, we're down from 9 wishes down to 5. That's the way that I see it. Because you just have these 2 slots that are kind of forced purchases, right? If you, it doesn't make any sense to me. Now, the other thing, even if you're not buying the bullshit I'm selling so far, then maybe this will help jog your memory or change your mind. Okay, so I went ahead and pulled up a couple of the previous Porunga Dragon Ball campaigns. Now, this is the immediate previous one that has happened to this was during the 10th anniversary in January. So this one, I will put an asterisk, a big asterisk. This is kind of an exception because they did a lot of unique things for the 10th anniversary specifically to celebrate that, right? So there were only 3 wishes you could make. There was not a massive selection. They gave the same thing to all players, including the greatest gift they've ever given, which was this memorial stone that allowed you to pick up one of the brand new 10th anniversary headliners, right? There was a list of like 50 plus units you could have picked up with it, including all of the brand new units that released in that celebration. So this was huge. 20 Kais, a ton of potential orbs. This was awesome, right? And especially for where I was at in my account at the time, I really, really wanted potential orbs, so this was like a massive W for me, right? And for all players, I imagine. So this one doesn't really count. This is kind of an exception. So I went back one further to show a bit more of like the norm of what we would have expected. So this was during the worldwide celebration in 2024. Now, look at this wish list. So they did do the same typical, like, they'll put a limited time resource in here. So the way that we have the, where to go? Oh, wrong thing. The way that we have, like, the, celebration summon tickets here, right? The way we have the redstone. And that's kind of what they're mimicking here. The strip of wish would just allow you to, or this is a gift card, would allow you to pick up, some random banner unit in the shop. But look at all these other wishes that are available, right? Like, This is 15 Elder Kais in one wish, comparative to now they're giving 7. And I get that they're type limited, but it's still a 100% chance to feed in. It's not like some typings are super rare. You're going to be able to use all of these the same way you would with Elder Kais, and you're getting over double the amount here. Now, they still had a wish with 3 stones, but it also came with 10 box space, which is one of the most, like, finite and limited resources in the entire game. Granted, most players have more than enough box space that they're never, ever, ever gonna run out, and they would never dream of needing more box space. But there are some players out there, especially on the Japanese side of the game, where box space is a little bit more limited, who just can't get this now, right? Because they took it away. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Meat is just not even an option in there now, and this is, okay, so this is 100 plus 60 times 5, so that would be 300, so that's 400, and then 15 times 60, 15, 30, 45, 60, 75, 90, so that's 900 stamina? No, wait. it's 15 times 20, so it'd be another 300 stamina, right? Yeah, so it's like 700 stamina, which is essentially like 2 stones. So this hasn't really ever been that big of a deal. Maybe that's more like 3 stones for some players that don't have a maxed out stamina bar. But yeah, that's really not that insane on stamina refreshes. So I've never really recommended picking up the meat wish anyway, but it's just nice that it's an option for players, right, who want to maybe save their dragon stones. Look at all these keys, right? That's a lot of keys. 100 of the story keys, 100 of the awakening keys, and then 30 of the easy A keys. That can get you through quite a bit of grinding. Each of those stages only costs 1 or 2 keys a piece to run. So yeah, that's not available. Okay, and then check this out. All of these incredible gems, granted, incredible gems are easier than ever to grind now because they've made them a little bit more lucrative as you're doing quest stages. And I think aside from, well, okay, I was going to say all players should kind of be grinding quest, just because, you know, link leveling. But now that they have the Dokkan Special Day, and there's basically every 2 weeks, you're going to be able to play a dedicated stage for link leveling that also gives you a crap ton of rank XP and makes it super easy to grind over and over because you're getting all these free stamina refreshes as you know, rank up. There's really no reason to be grinding quest over and over for link levels. You can just do it during major celebrations if like the Training in the Clouds event is live. I see these rates, you take a huge hit when you go back, not playing those, you know, super lucrative events anymore, just going back to playing the quest. You're just not link leveling nearly as quick. It's really not the strat anymore. I feel like players should be spending their time doing other things in game when those events aren't live. Which just means that overall, I think with the inception of those events and that they keep coming back around more and more often, less players are going to have a solid stack of these incredible gems. And there's lots and lots of good stuff that you can get in those incredible gem shops. There's unique characters on top of some characters that are not free to play grindable for SA toward their summonable counterparts, but you could purchase the copies in there to get SA. There's tons of Zenny, tons of Elder Kais, tons of unique medals you might need for certain characters, right? And just lots and lots of good stuff. And yeah, just taking this away from players, I don't see why that was necessary or relevant, right? At least with the support items, all the support items they were going to give you here, you can just purchase in the Baba Shop with Zenny. So that's nice that at least these are just kind of a permanently available thing with a very, very low yield resource in the game. So not terrible, right? Now I want to talk about this down here. They, over time, over the lifespan of the game, started combining some of these wishes into each other. You know, they used to be split up back before meat was an item in the game, back before keys had been incepted into the game with the Portal of Memories, right? And before blue incredible gems were a thing. These all used to be separate wishes. You could get training items, you could get potential orbs, you could get Zenny, you could get support items, you could get incredible gems. Those were all separate missions that you could do. But over time, they started combining them all into one because they figured if a player was going to go for some of these more rudimentary resources, we need to give them a lot to make it worth their while. Otherwise, it doesn't really equal the same amount of like brokenness you can get with some of these other newer currencies in the game, right? So they started combining these all together. I believe this was the first time that they included the potential orbs in here as well. But this was an amazing wish. I just wanted the potential orbs, and I got this on all 3 of my wish sets because I got the potential orbs I wanted, and then all of this free crap on top of it, right? Okay, so now that we've been staring at this for a couple minutes, let's go back to what we're looking at with this celebration. Are you guys seeing the problem? Are you guys pleased with this? You're gonna get to do this 5 times. And don't get me wrong, I'm sure there's someone who's absolutely fuming right now because they're like, look, dude, I'm going to get 15 of these, you know, guaranteed link level event keys. That's 3 runs in that event for me. Sick. You know, sure, I guess there's some players that may really, really, really need a resource that's here, and it might really, really, really help you out. Somebody's going to get 5 new super easy A's with these 5 redstones that they get. But I feel I've made my point very clear that they have absolutely bamboozled us into thinking that this is the best ever Porunga Dragon Ball campaign, when legitimately this is the worst ever Dragon Ball campaign that they have released. And especially for me. So now that I've ranted about, you know, justice for the community and comparative to what they've done previously in the past to how this feels now, now I'm gonna switch to the last part of the video here, before we actually use our first set of wishes, and just talk to you about how this is really bad for me. Okay, because when it comes to redstone characters, I have had all of them rainbowed for a very long time. I probably still will make the redstone one of my wishes, as I was talking about in the beginning, because it's something we normally get for free, so I'm just going to make sure to get that for myself. There are some characters available with the redstone that I believe I don't have an SSR copy for them yet, so that's probably what I'll be focusing on for this time around. When it comes to the Celebration Summon tickets, it's just laughable that you get 15, right? In fact, let's switch in-game really quick, just so I can confirm this real quick. Let's go to the banners that you can summon with those tickets and double-check here. It's these ones. Okay, so they did... Wait. Is it just the one banner? It's just one banner now? I haven't really looked into this system much yet. This was kind of the next thing on my list. Let me see. There's no way they combined them back into one banner and it's just literally every single unit in the game? There's no way, right? Surely not. Can I click? Okay, yeah. Let's just keep going here. Maybe this will be faster. Okay, let's see. So these are like 2021. Oh. Okay, so it only goes back to Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta? And then just all the older Dokkan Fests than Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta are not available? Oh, I bet you they're in the Redstone, right? That would make sense collaboratively. Yeah, so the Redstone goes all the way up to Golden Week of 20... Oh, no. Surely there's a shit ton of gaps, right? Okay, yeah. Wow, that's so bad. Oh no, do I need to make a rant video about that one too? Unbelievable. So, okay, the Super Easy A characters are available here. That's what all of these are, right? The Super Easy A characters. It's not even all of them. Where's, like, Kid Buu and Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks and AGL Super Saiyan 3 Goku? There's a ton of Super Easy A characters that you just can't get here with the Redstone now. Yeah, this is not only is it not given out for free, it's also a worse Redstone. It's not even good. Oh my goodness, my heart is completely broken right now, Dokkan. This is insane. Okay, so I got completely sidetracked by that. I didn't even check. Okay, so it's 7 ticket multis, and they're not GSSR, right? They're just 7 ticket multis. Okay. Yeah. And the wishes are giving you 3 apiece. Now, I don't know how many Memorial Stones I got yet. It's still, actually, we'll find out in 4 minutes, so this video is going to be over by the time they drop in my gift box. But that's fine, because I'll make them a part of the Memorial Stone video anyway. But, I'm assuming that an additional 15 is not going to be that big of a deal for me. And for most players, if you do get the 15, that's going to get you your 2 multis in a single, and most of those players are going to get 15 SRs. So, wonderful. Stones, always usable. I'm definitely going to click stones. That's going to be one of my purchases, probably. Kais I don't need. I've already SA'd every single unit in my box. I've gotten a 1 in every slot for every single free-to-play unit in the game. There's not a single thing I could possibly use Kais on. It's funny I just said that, considering you would never use Kais on a free-to-play unit because they're farmable. But, yeah, I don't need Kais, so I'm definitely not getting that. The limited key... I don't know that I farm up enough 9s to, like, boost the amount of these keys I have. I am usually able, the rate that I link level at and create units that are ready to take on this event with all 9 and 10 links, I am able to create that amount of characters equal to the amount of keys that I'm able to buy every month through the monthly packs. So I don't think that this is super relevant for me to get. I may consider that, though. Honestly, I feel like just getting the straight-up orbs would be more helpful for me. Because one thing that happens to me a lot while I'm link leveling, which I've found is like the biggest time sink, like it wastes my time and stuff, is when a character that is at the TUR level is fully link level 10'd, and then I reverse them down to SSR, and they have like 1 or 2 more links that are all of a sudden at 1, because they had a different link between that that awakening. So usually I just use these orbs to fully get those last couple links to 10, so that I don't have to re-link level that character entirely for only like 1 more link, right? So I'll probably end up getting these. I feel like this ends up helping me out even more than like the 9s do. Just because, like, historically, having units at link level 9 was, like, a really, really bad thing. just in the sense that it would take you so long to get them from 10, just because of like the really bad link level events that we were depending on with super low link level rates. But now that we have these super high link level rate ones, if you're doing anything that has a link level rate of 4 or higher, it's not going to be that much of a struggle to get your units from 9 to 10. So these keys are not nearly as valuable as they once were, right? On top of the fact that we've been able to buy hundreds and hundreds of them at this point. And then the gift cards, yeah, right. Or not gift cards, but the little, you know, treasure chest tickets. 3 of them is not justifiable. If there were 50 here, sure. But yeah, that's definitely nothing, especially if you consider how rare it is to get good equips. Oftentimes I will drain the full 90 when they add a new category in there, and I won't get a single level 5 on any of it for the whole thing. So it's like, what's even the point? So yeah, it's looking like for me, it's going to be redstone, dragon stones, link skill orbs. That's probably what I'm going to go ahead and pick up here. Yeah, I think that that's solid for me. I am really, 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 really hoping that they never do this again. I hope that this is not the future of this Dragon Ball campaign and that this is what it's going to start looking like, because this is just crap. I really hope that I hope that I'm not the only person who is this inflamed about it, and that other people make a big deal about it so that they'll pay attention to it. Because obviously if everyone else is fine with this, then it's just going to be an L for me forever, right? But I don't think that they're going to be changing up the wishes for this set. They are pretty straightforward with what's going on with them here. So they have let us know that, you know, upon this date. So basically each set of Dragon Balls is going to release on a weekly basis. So as of right now, as the campaign released, all of the first set of 7 Dragon Balls are available for you to get. So we are going to go ahead and switch to doing our wishes in a second here. And then, yeah, so week by week, we're going to be getting more sets of Dragon Balls. So because they've already released this, it makes me think that it's just going to be this again every time. I'm pretty sure. Because usually when it's like, they've done it in the past where like the premium ticket currency or whatever is relevant to this celebration, they've made it where you can only pick up that wish on like the second round or something. So I feel like if there were going to be any modifications to this throughout the rounds, they would have highlighted that up front like they usually do. So yeah, that's what we have to look forward to. These are the hints for the wishes. I didn't find a list of what the actual wishes were yet, but literally I played my dailies and they were done. So the Master Roshi event, the Whis, you know, skill orb event, and then play events. I'm pretty sure this is legit all just play a bunch of events. Like you just have to play like 5 events or something. And then you just clear them over and over. I didn't actually pay attention to what the full things are. If you want to know the exact way to get the Dragon Balls, you're gonna have to tune into a different video. That's not what we're doing here. Okay, so very last thing then, I guess let's go ahead and spend our first set. So we'll switch back to the game. Cool. I wonder, will it show me what the... No, because I've already... Does it show me in here? No, this is just generic info. Yeah, there's literally no way that I can view them. Even though once you clear it, it tells you on the dialogue of the Dragon Ball itself, like, what you did to clear the mission. I can't view those anymore. Great. That's one more thing to love about this Dragon Ball campaign. Okay. Let's go ahead and do our summon here. Oh, man, this has me so hot. Holy moly. I am disappointed. I am disappointed. Okay, but I guess one silver lining is that I did notice with that group of, characters available with the redstone. Okay, that's the redstone one. Let me make sure I get the right things. I want dragon stones. Perfect. And then I want to strengthen allies. Okay, perfect. So yeah, I did notice there are some characters in there I don't have rainbow. So I guess picking up the redstone is good for that at least, right? Okay, perfect. And the balls are gone, and then it should be back to no signal, right? Okay, yeah, so now we just gotta wait a week for our second set here. Holy moly. Okay. Well, good stuff. All the stuff that I just collected is in my gift box, but I don't want to open my gift box or collect anything because I'm pretty sure my memorial stones are in there now. So I just want to leave that as a surprise for the memorial stone video. So we're going to go ahead and finish it up here. Let me know your thoughts on this Dragon Ball campaign, if any of the stuff I said makes sense to you. If I overlooked any important details that I'm not considering or thinking about, then please put me in my place. But so far, I gotta say, little a little disappointed. Not nearly as excited for this Porunga campaign as ones previous. All right, well, that's going to go ahead and do it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace.